The following is a presentation of PH Athletics. On this very hot Tuesday afternoon, we are in Montvale. Final week of the regular season brings us 3 boys lacrosse games. First up, Rutherford taking on the Broncos. They met once already this year. It was only about a couple weeks ago, and Rutherford won it at their place 7-6. We'll see if Hills can get them back in just a moment. So we're set for some Tuesday afternoon lacrosse. Adam Elswizy taking the first face-off for Hills this year, 24 for 81. Trevor Villanova, his opposite for Rutherford. He's taken every face-off this year for the Bulldogs. That's 273. He's won 165 of them, but will lose this one to Elswizy, who has not gotten the ground ball just yet. A flag goes up pretty much immediately in this game as more bodies go flying, and Rutherford got that ground ball. It was Leo Cohn who's leading them with 138, but Hills is immediately going to go on the man advantage. We will see, I believe, Ryan Davis with it. He's the guy at about the 45-yard line up top as the Hills offense sets up for this power play of sorts. Davis hands it down to Roberto Caraballo, the sophomore. He'll go behind the net to Christian Jesuel, the junior. Last time we saw these boys, Jesuel was hurt in the game against Mount Olive. It wasn't a serious injury. He was back on the field the day after. Pass a little too low for Nassau. Caraballo will keep things going. Cone is the Rutherford player serving the penalty. Tyler Rothschild gave it down to Alex Davis, who readies a shot. A nice save made there by Anthony Amato. Possession kept by Robert Malcolm on the outside. Just 1 minute into this game, Hills with a man advantage here. They work it down to Nassau, didn't find a lane, now gives it down to Caraballo, takes a shot, and a good save made there by Matthew Luciano, the freshman who's starting in net today. 58 saves versus 31 goals against over 8 games played this season. His opponent on the Hills side is Vosel Adams, who has 117 saves and 91 goals against in 10 games played. 10 recorded games, we should say. Our stats inputted by coaches on NJ.com. This is Cameron Cole with it as the man advantage is over, and Rutherford gets their first offensive attack of this game. They're 8-7. Went 4-2 in the Cullen division and beat Hills at home in the first round of the Bergen Invitational. In the quarterfinals of the Bergen Invitational, Rutherford was the 4 and Hills was the 5, and the Bulldogs pulled it out 7-6 in that one. Charles Conti here with 42 goals on his season number 99. Conti gave it to James Puso, a junior, with just 5 points on his career and his season. Now this is Cole, leader in assists, takes a shot this time as a flag goes up. Adams made the save, and it looks like Rutherford will be on the man advantage for the first time now. The 13 of Brady Frischer taking a knee in the penalty box for Hills, and that means Rutherford has their first man-up opportunity of this game. Graham Jordan with it at the 40 gets us back underway. Now the give down to Thomas Dimitrov. Dimitrov forced all the way back by the long pole of Luca Pinto. Now has a chance at the net. Dimitrov gives it down. Good pass and a score from the 18 of Matthew Flora, a freshman. And Rutherford strikes first on the man up. We'll get back underway in just a moment. And here we go again. Matthew Flora took this face-off, but it is scooped up by Leo Cohn, and now Cohn with that long pole ready to get us back underway. A long shot. Adams deflected that one away as Kellen Cawhey could not get it on net. Rutherford still with it. Conti gives it all the way back. In fact, this is going to be an over and back, scooped up by Christian Jesuel. He'll get the Hills offense going. The give down to Logan Nassau, leader in goals for the Broncos with 23 this season. Nassau down to the goal line with Rothschild, who's coming to his own this year as a sophomore. Malcolm at the 35 here. Davis will give it back to a cutting Caraballo. Now needs to circle, and it's back over towards Malcolm. Nassau trying to go with it somewhere. And he goes back up to Alex Davis. Down to Caraballo, and this is Rothschild all the way behind the net in the football end zone. Rothschild takes it back up to the goal line. We had a whistle, and it looks like perhaps an illegal screen from Nassau, so Rutherford has possession. Cone to Luciano, the goalie for the Bulldogs today. Luciano gives it to Dimitrov, who dropped the pass, goes out of bounds, and Hills gets it back. Davis up top takes a shot. It's wide. Right there is the 21 of Rothschild will stay intact. Nassau here spinning. The coverage from Cone. Now it is Malcolm up top in the 30. And here is Caraballo going over to Jesuel. That pass too high for Davis, and an unfortunate turnover spoils another Hills opportunity. They'll give it to Luciano to get things back underway. Over to Reyes now, who also loses it. So plenty of turnovers for both teams here. Rutherford, however, was able to score on what was really their only offensive chance of this game, and it came on a man up. Caraballo going to Davis, and now the swing over to Malcolm. Back up top to Davis at about the 33. Here's Caraballo at the 20. Over towards Rothschild. And it's Caraballo going back up to Davis. Hills taking their time to set something up. Davis gives it down. Nassau, low shot and a great save by Luciano. Stuffed that in between his legs. And now it will be the 8. Another drop for Reyes, out of bounds again. Another Rutherford turnover. And it will be Nassau who gives it back to Davis. Good save from Luciano, stymied them on their last opportunity to tie it. Now a dropped pass from Malcolm. He'll scoop it back up, though. Malcolm getting through, takes a short shot. It rattles away right back to him. Rothschild, right behind the net, Caraballo. Tough catch, Jesuel. He got it anyway. Now right back to Caraballo again. Caraballo circling, gets it back up top. Malcolm a shot, and another good save from Luciano. Luciano gives it back up to Dimitrov now. Dimitrov taking it back. Caraballo pressuring. And we have a substitution, it looks like, as Dimitrov has to come off. Graham Jordan gets us back. Only 4:30 to go, just one goal in this first quarter so far. It came from Rutherford and Matthew Flora off a nice give from Dimitrov. Only Dimitrov's 11th assist of the season and Flora's 9th goal of his freshman year. Driving in Conti, who has 42 goals as a junior, 87 goals for his career. Cole now over to James Puso. Under 4 minutes to go. Very lucky to have cloud cover right now on this hot day. Could be even hotter for them down there. Cole lost the ball and a fight for it in that corner behind the net. About a 3-on-3 scrum. And Rutherford do have it, or at least they did for a moment, now scooped up by Mason Hennessy. 3.5 to go. Hennessy goes too high for Davis, taken right back by Cone. And Cone will give it to the goalie Luciano to reset. Here's Cole again, and we'll get back underway. With Conti now, trying to make his impact early. Under 3 to go in the opening quarter. Conti spinning, looking for something, gives it back, shot, and a good save by Adams. The shot came from Cole. Adams will go short with Hennessy here. Trying for something. Trying to go all the way up to Caraballo cross field as well, and it did not work. Changes coming. 2:31 to go, Rutherford ball. Worked it into Andrew Ochotsky. Back to Luciano. Too high on that pass, up towards Dimitrov. On the bounce, scooped by Hennessy. Hennessy, pass was tipped. Nassau gets it off the bounce. Just over 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Hills down 1 goal off one that came 3 minutes in from Matthew Flora. Davis, and gets it into Caraballo, who's come on for the first time with Malcolm. Not for the first time, but took a rest, a short rest. Under 2 minutes to go. Perhaps the last chance Hills will see in what has been a quick first quarter. Only one real stoppage, and it was for that goal. Davis with the pressure from Cameron Cole. Davis, low shot, it ricocheted off Luciano's stick, went out of bounds, and now Hills will keep it with Jesuel. Crossfield to Rothschild, shuffles over and gives it back to Nassau. Back up to Rothschild now at about the 25. Rothschild. A whistle came in before the shot. 1:18 left. Good save made anyway by Luciano. And Rutherford will gain possession. Cone, who served a penalty early in this game. Now Graham Jordan. Jordan through the coverage from Jesuel. Now got it down to Conti. Conti driving, forced behind the net by Pinto. Spinning just outside of the crease. And with the 24 of Cameron Cole. Under a minute left. Rutherford trying to take a 2-goal lead before the end of the first quarter. Dimitrov waiting for everything to be set. Waiting for the call from Coach Justin Trelongo in his first year with Rutherford. And now, with 30 seconds left, it seems we're going to get underway. Dimitrov trying to drive. He's got an assist today, and now he's got a goal. 2-0 Bulldogs. Dimitrov with 2 points. Just 23 seconds remaining in this opening quarter. Rutherford now with a 2-0 lead. Villanova and Elswizy, the two Fogos, set right now. A real battle here, and it will be Villanova who ends up with it. Came into this game 60% on faceoffs this year compared to Elswizy's 30. One last shot and a score from Cone with 7 seconds to go. His 7th goal of the season, and the young man from Rutherford, who's tied for 25th in the state in ground balls, has put his name on the score sheet. 2 goals in the final 30 seconds for Rutherford. And an early 3-0 lead. This time, Elswizy gets it on the other end. Malcolm, one last shot. He won't get it off. 3-0 our score. Rutherford with 2 quick goals at the end of the first to lead by 3. all set to get back underway between Rutherford and Pascack Hills. A first quarter that saw a 3-0 Rutherford lead off of 2 goals in the last 30 seconds. One from Thomas Dimitrov, one from Leo Cohn, the opener from Matthew Flora. Rutherford beat Pascack Hills 7-6 on May 2nd of this season. That was at their place in the Bergen Invitational. This the renewal for the 5th straight year. That one wide from Flora, looking for his second of the day. Rutherford will keep it. Hills beat Rutherford every year since 2022. That was when the Rutherford program started. And now in their 5th year, got their first win against the Broncos in program history back in May. Last year's matchup, a close one, a overtime win for Hills, 13-12. This year has started a little differently. Dimitrov up top, pressured by the 23 of Ethan Kadem. Dimitrov gives it over to Conti, who shoots, and a save made by Adams. Luca Pinto, the long pole here with it. Over 100 ground balls for his career. Got it in the last game against Old Tappan, an 18-2 loss. Hills going for what would be their first win in 2 games. They beat Fairlawn in overtime a week ago. They've lost 4 of their last 5. That being the only win of their last 5 on what has been a 4-11 season. And they will not make the state tournament for the first time since 2022. Losing it there was Rothschild. Ground ball from Andrew Ochonsky. And with the Rutherford goalie Matthew Luciano, who's way out of the crease, now pressured by Nassau, and gets it over to Ochonsky. With Conti. Got it in. Good pass. Shot a little wide there from Jordan. Out of bounds, and not even out of bounds. Running over to get it is Flora, the freshman. Now with Kahi, the 9, and up top with Cole. Cole giving it back to Conti here. Conti tried to drive, couldn't. Got stopped by Pinto. Jordan back up top to Dimitrov. He gives it down. That's with Cameron Cole. Cole back at the 40 now. And he's looking to drive down now with Conti. Pressured on the outside by Pinto. Conti gave it down to Dimitrov. Dimitrov now to the goal line with Cole. Dimitrov loses it in the motion, and Fadovich swoops in to get the ground ball, and now he's sprinting down the field. A 4-on-3, giving it all the way back to Malcolm. Don't know what that was, but Malcolm's got the ground ball. We'll see if they try to reset, and it looks like he'll pull it out to do so. Alex Davis at the top. Davis gives it to Caraballo, who's back on here. Just about 4 minutes into this second quarter. No goals yet. No goals yet in the game for Hills. Rothschild to Davis and Caraballo again. Back up top to Davis at the 35. Spinning the coverage there. As a nice screen set by Nassau. Davis looked like he was going to shoot. Instead gives a low pass to Malcolm. Caraballo with it just behind the net. Here is Nassau looking for somewhere to go. Nassau gives it inside. Malcolm couldn't catch it and scooped up by Leo Cohn. Cohn takes a whack from Davis. Still going. Cohn gives it down. That one hit off the stick of Adams, covered by Pinto, and now Adams scoops it up, gives it all the way out on a perfect pass to Malcolm. Malcolm trying for the first Hills goal of this game, down 3-0. They'll reset. Davis on the outside. Here is Caraballo. They haven't got many shots off today. Davis readying for a charge now with Puso on the coverage. Gives it back. Nassau jump shot. Wide. Rothschild back there to keep it going. Rothschild here to Caraballo and right back with it at about the goal line. Going to be forced outside at the 35. Reyes on his coverage. The give down to Jesuel now. Over to Nassau. And Caraballo with it back up top. Caraballo, he'll take a shot, bounces away, and scooped up by Sebastian Reyes. Reyes nearly knocked down by Pinto, instead cradled by Conti. Conti takes a shot right in there and scores. No. Or are they saying a goal? Adams reacted like it wasn't, but it looks like it will be. And it will. So Conti, with his 43rd of the season and 88th of his career, has made this a 4-goal game. Just about 5 minutes to go in the first half. And here is Elswizy and Villanova. And Villanova with another face-off win. Here is a big shot and a goal from Cole, his second of the game. 5-0 Rutherford. Only 8 seconds on from Conti's first. Battle on the break. This time it again goes to Villanova, who is shoved out of the way by Elswizy. That's too much contact, the officials say. And we get back underway. Cole at the 30. Gives it over to Jordan. And now at Dimitrov. Dimitrov looking for a shot. Good save by Adams. And that stayed in the crease, so Adams will be able to get it off the ricochet out of his stick. Pinto works it up. That one dropped by Jack Epstein. Now Epstein's got it back. And goes back over to Pinto after the pressure from Flora got to him. Pinto with some pressure from Conti behind. Now takes it into the offensive zone. Pinto forced and whacked all on the outside. And it looks like we have a timeout here, perhaps. No, just a lot of substitutions. Rutherford with it yet again. That one dropped by Cole. He'll get it back. Under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Caughey outside with 15. Caughey behind the net, looking somewhere, dumps it around. And it is with Jack Epstein here as we get back underway. Not sure what that stoppage was for. Here is Mason Hennessy now, nearly tripped up but keeps his footing. Hennessy now taking more contact, keeps the cradle. And now gives it down to Rothschild. That one hit off the post. Right in the top corner. Conti now. He's pressured by Epstein. 3 minutes to go. James Puso to Cole. And now Puso again gives it to Caughey. And it's Puso over to the 24 of Cole again. Now with the 9 of Caughey. Only about 2:30 left in this game. Or left in the first half of it. Here is Flora back up top to Jordan. And now all the way up with Puso, who rips one. It's out up wide, and Conti keeps things going. Back underway, 2:06 left. Conti back up top. He takes a shot. That one ricocheted off Adams' stick and went all the way up. Now Vasil Adams, the goalie, with it for Hills. Nassau all the way down, 30 seconds left. Some darker clouds moving in. Davis here. 90 seconds left in the first half. All the way up. Good catch, but bounced over by Nassau, and he can't believe it. Still going, however. Rothschild got it back out top with Malcolm. One minute left in the first half. Malcolm still with it. Gives it to Nassau now. 50 seconds. Hill's trying to get on the board before halftime. Might be their last chance. Malcolm with 45. Gives it behind the net to Rothschild. Rothschild through double coverage takes a shot wide. Sprinting after it is Jesuel, and with 33 seconds, he'll get it back underway. Caraballo needing to find a lane. Caraballo at the goal line, loses it, gets a right back. Back up top with 15. Davis over to Nassau. He takes a shot right into the stick of Luciano. 5 seconds left, all the way down, through double coverage, and at the buzzer, Conti. Will it count? It will. 1 second left on the clock, and Conti's second of the game, end of the quarter, makes it 6-0. So 1 second left and essentially a ceremonial face-off here before halftime. But Rutherford with an incredible first half, especially on the defensive end where they've kept Hills scoreless on many opportunities. That will send us to the big break, a 6-0 Bulldog lead at half. Well, perhaps the longest halftime we've ever experienced. Here we go, 6-0 at it, and after about a half-hour lightning delay, we are back underway. I can't see the clock on the scoreboard, but I can see the clock in person. As we're back underway, a 6-0 Rutherford lead here, including one goal with just 1 second left in the first half. It came from Charles Conti, his second. Rutherford on the attack here with Thomas Dimitrov. Dimitrov looking for a drive. Had an assist on the first goal to Matthew Flora. Now spins and couldn't get that one to go. It'll go out, and it looks like stay. And it will stay. Conti with it here, the 99, pressured by Kadem. Conti directly behind the net, spinning outside of the crease here. Fadovic comes over to pressure. Conti still with it. 2 goals in the second quarter for him, along with 2 goals for Leo Cohn today, 1 each from Dimitrov and Flora. Dimitrov couldn't catch that one, got hit from the back, and they'll say too much. Malcolm delivered that one. Conti still with it here, just about 2 minutes into the third quarter. Graham Jordan. And now with Dimitrov once again, and here is Cameron Cole. Dimitrov, Cole, and Jordan will have it back from Kellen Caughey. And here's Dimitrov back to Jordan. Jordan readying for a charge, now passes down to the 24 of Cole. It was with Conti for a moment, now back up top with Caughey. Caughey forced outside by Kadem. Back down to Cole. Cole to Dimitrov. He's got Malcolm on him, forces him wide. Dimitrov directing the offense here, now readies for a second charge. This time it's Pinto keeping him on the sideline, out of bounds, and it will stay. Had, of course, some rain during the lightning delay, so the field and track very wet. It is Cole with Malcolm. Cole shoots. Good save made by Adams, now trying for the breakaway pass. Got it up to Malcolm. The give down to Nassau. Oh, just wide. That might have skimmed the post. And this one is going to stay. Looked very close between Jesuel and Luciano. It's Rothschild over to Caraballo. Back towards Rothschild behind the net. Screen there from Nassau. Pass inside, mishandled by Jesuel. Fight for it. Nobody with the ground ball yet. Now it's Rutherford. Andrew Ochowski got it back to Luciano, and the pass working its way up. Graham Jordan keeping us going. Jordan here passes it over to Conti, and the Rutherford offense will now set up. Conti spinning, needing some help. Pinto forces him out wide. Conti lost the ball and his footing. Gets it back, though, and passes to Jordan, and now it's Cole. Back down to Caughey. Caughey lost it. Double coverage. Forced out of the way. Good ground ball from Alex Davis. Now Davis trying to press a 4-on-3. Shoves it down, and the pass taken away by Ochowski. With Luciano now, who has kept a clean sheet today. A shutout. Puso gives it over to Cameron Cole. And Dimitrov again. They work it with the top guys, Cole one of them. Still Cole. Back to Puso. And we're going to have a turnover here. It's Malcolm. Off the give from the officials. Another man advantage if they don't pull it out, but they will. With Rothschild here. It is Davis again. Davis moving laterally, now needing some help. Keeps it for himself. Davis cutting towards the net, spinning, hurled a shot. It got blocked by Puso, and now with Luciano. Luciano all the way out to the 37-yard line. Now pressured, hurled one up too high. Malcolm will get it off the turnover. Malcolm taking it behind the net here into the end zone. Gave it outside, knocked away, and here is Luciano sprinting up, and now takes it back. Leo Cohn, who has 2 goals today, now 8 for his season. Pass might have been tipped by Jesuel. It will stay with Rutherford, scooped up over there, now with Puso in the middle. And this is Cole. Conti gives it behind the net to Puso. Back over to Conti off the bounce. Just about 4 minutes left in this third quarter. Puso with it again. Now driving. Gives it inside. Good pass and a goal. Kellen Caughey, his 25th of the season. 74th of his career. And the lead is up to 7. It is Puso's 3rd assist of the year. Caughey's 25th goal of the season. We get back underway with a ground ball from Leo Cohn. Over 300 for his career and only 3 years. Cohn with the hat trick off that snipe. 8-0. And this has turned into a rout. Ooh. Luca Pinto will scoop up the ground ball here and gives it over to Logan Nassau. Apologize for some technical difficulties. It is Robert Malcolm here. Malcolm with just about 2.5 minutes to go. Caraballo a shot. Save made by Luciano. Back outside and taken away by Luca Pinto. Pinto facing some tough coverage. Takes a shot and another good save by Luciano and a good job to trap it as well. Here comes Rutherford. Dimitrov forced outside with 1:45 left in the third. Now it's Cole. Still up top with Graham Jordan. Now Jordan gives it over to Cameron Cole. Cole kept outside with 1 minute remaining. This is Dimitrov now. Dimitrov still outside. 45 seconds left. Gives it back up to Conti, who's playing up further than he's usually played. Conti through everyone and scores his hat trick. 9-0 Rutherford. And his 45th of the season, 90th of his career. The fourth goal of this game, Rutherford has scored in the last minute of a quarter. They scored 2 in the final 30 seconds of the first, scored 1 at the last second. And I'm being literal there, in the last second of the first half, and now this one with just over 30 seconds left in the third quarter. 9-0 lead. They've scored 3 goals in each quarter. Puso trying to add their 4th. Gets it on a nice pass to Caughey for the second time in this quarter. Puso to Caughey. 10-0 Bulldogs. With 11 seconds to go. That one shoved backwards. But Cone has it, skies it all the way out. Hill's ball, 3 seconds left. Not going to matter. 10-0 Rutherford lead at the end of the third quarter. "12 minutes remaining in what has been a dominant performance for Rutherford today. A 10-0 lead. Hat tricks from both Charles Conti and Leo Cone. 2 goals in that third quarter from Kellen Caughey as well, along with a couple today from Matthew Flora and Thomas Dimitrov. We're underway in this fourth quarter. Rutherford has it here. It is Cone going over to Dimitrov. And Malcolm will get it right back here after it goes out of bounds, trying to get something out of this for Hills. Rothschild with it. Now Nassau keeping it. Nassau behind the net. And this is Davis going to Caraballo up top at the 35. Caraballo gives it over to Jesuel now. Jesuel, nice pass. Nassau scores. Took him long enough. A minute into the fourth quarter. And Logan Nassau off a nice pass from Christian Jesuel has the first goal of this game. It is Nassau's 24th of the season and 80th of his career. So 10-1 with 11 minutes. I'll say an illegal face-off there. Going to be Hill's ball. Luca Pinto took that face-off. He took a couple earlier this year, lost both of them. Took a couple early in this game as well. As it seems Hill's trying to deal without their usual fogo, Jacob Cooperman, today. So there's a shot. It goes wide from Nassau, out of bounds, and will stay. Jesuel over there. 10:35 left in this fourth quarter. Here's Nassau. Couldn't catch it. Now has it back after a check laid down by Cole. Davis going to Malcolm and back up. This is Nassau again. Nassau taking a shot. Save made by Luciano, out of bounds and staying as Rothschild was there. Under 10 minutes. Pass tipped. Jesuel scores it anyway. A great goal from Christian Jesuel, 10-2. His 15th of the season. And Rothschild's 10th assist. Back underway, and this one worked back to about the 30 on the offensive side for Hills. Still loose. And it looks like Rothschild, as the flag goes up. Rutherford has it, but Hills will be on the man up. 0 for 1 on it today. Came very early in this game. Back with about a minute in the first quarter. But now we'll see what they can do here with some momentum on their side. Still down 8, but the last 2 goals have been in their favor. Nassau with it on the far side at the 30. And we're back underway. 9 minutes, 30 seconds remain. Rothschild. Big save made by Luciano. Pinto with a good job on the ground. Hit from the back. And it looks like that one got popped out of bounds. So Rutherford's going to get it back here. Down a man. With Conti at the 50, working his way through. Penalty is over. This one not out of bounds, but Davis scoops it up. And here comes Alex Davis sprinting halfway. Now the full length of the field, giving it down. And the pass taken away by Puso. They're checking at midfield. And now in the stick of Robert Malcolm. Off a bounce. The officials get involved. Neither team has taken a timeout today. And it looks like Rutherford might have caused another man down or something. I did not see a flag. But this looks to be Rutherford ball. And I believe Cameron Cole has it. He does. Now gives it down to Thomas Dimitrov with 8 minutes remaining. Now Graham Jordan and Caughey to the 18 of Flora, swinging it around. This is Puso. Has it back now with the 14 of Jordan. Caughey back to Jordan. Good save by Adams. Outside with Pinto tripped up there. Flag goes down. That was Hennessy, excuse me. A scrum for it on the other side. Hard hit laid down there. Still in play. And now it'll be another man up for Hills, I believe, after that flag. Looks like actually we're even strength, but both teams have a player down. Hills ball, 7:31 to go. 10-2 game. Nassau at the 35. With Caraballo now. And coming on here out of the penalty area is the 20 of Alex Davis. So Hills is now on the man up. This one, however, goes out of bounds. And so Rutherford will have it back with Leo Cone. 7 minutes left in this game. Cole taking it down. This is Conti. 3 goals on the day for him. Back up to Dimitrov, and now with Puso, who has 2 assists today. Puso will get it back from Kieran Caughey, who scored the 2 goals that Puso assisted. Cameron Cole driving, passing down, and it's a hat trick for Caughey. This time the assist from Cole. While they were down a man as well, a short-handed goal to make it 11-2. And Cole, picks up his first assist. Caughey with his hat trick. Now 27 goals for the season. And like many of these Bulldogs, only a junior. In fact, Rutherford only has 2 seniors on their roster. Sebastian Reyes, a defender, and their usual goalie, Anthony Amato. Today they're starting the freshman Matthew Luciano. Luca Pinto will dump it to Robert Malcolm. 6 minutes left. As Malcolm lets the offensive personnel sub on, Alex Davis at the 40. Davis tried for Caraballo. It goes wide. He'll get there to keep things going. Malcolm Down to Rothschild. Back behind the net. It is Nassau. With Rothschild here, 5 minutes remaining in the game. We apologize for that. Some technical difficulties here. Rutherford has it off the turnover. Trying for Charles Conti was the 28 of Chase Davidson, we believe. And we'll see if we get our camera back here. We apologize for that. There we go. Still 11-2, 3:55 to go. This is the 15 of Brandon Wong. And Wong has it back here. He's a junior. 3.5 minutes to go. Wong sprinting around, gets it over. And this is Dimitrov. So we come down to the final 3 minutes. Dimitrov driving on Brady Fischer. Now with Puso. And this is Wong again. No stats for Brandon Wong on varsity yet this year. Kahi. Now just waiting out the clock. 2:41 to go in the game. Wong gave it back to Puso. Now with Conti. And back up to Davidson. Davidson couldn't get a shot off. It will be Adams after it rattled out of the stick of Davidson. And here is Adams looking to do something with 2 minutes left in a 9-goal game. Caraballo with Nassau now, who faked the pass. Brady Fischer down with him. Nassau, jump shot. And he scores. Great goal from Logan Nassau, but just a little bit too late. His second of the game, and that puts him at 25 on the season with 2 games to play. Tomorrow, we're here, senior night for the boys, taking on Paramus Catholic. 5 o'clock start time for the game, so probably about 4:30, 4:45 for the ceremony. We'll bring both to you, of course. And then Friday, last home game, last game of the regular season anyway. It is these boys home against Westwood. It'll be their last game of the season as they will not make the state tournament. Adams floats one over Arkady Kokush's head. And now this is Ethan Kadem with just about 90 seconds left. Jesuel made the jumping catch. tomorrow, say my farewell words, even though it won't be my last show. We still got Friday against Westwood and States for baseball, softball, and the girls. And right now it looks like the girls are going to have a first-round home game, so that would probably be my last home broadcast, no matter the result, because the second round, unless we get an upset, they'd be out. They'd be at their opponent. Cooperman got it down to Jezebel, but the pass was intercepted. 50 seconds left. Abraham Vlahogiannis took it down, now with Charles Conti, who I believe is just going to shovel it around and run out the clock. That's Davidson with 30 seconds, and this is how we're going to end a dominant performance for Rutherford. 2 hat tricks today, one from Charles Conti, one from Kellen Cawhey. Plenty of other goals to go around as the Bulldogs improved to 9-7 in their final regular season game. Hills drops to 4-12. We hope you join us tomorrow at about 4:30, 4:45, and 5 o'clock for the game start time. Senior night for boys Lax against Paramus Catholic. Our final score, 11-3, Rutherford over Pascack Hills. We will see you tomorrow night. Thank you for watching this presentation of PH Athletics. For more information, visit hills.pascack.org/athletics.